For years, nothing has happened in Ingolstadt, and because I mainly attend driving events for new Audi cars, I hardly know what my family looks like. Naturally, this is really appreciated. After years of illness, the Four Rings desperately need to revitalize their portfolio, and they are doing just that right now, not necessarily in terms of family harmony. The press largely praised the new e-trons, Q6 and A6, which may finally produce the numbers that executives who prefer to be green painted like to see. With the release of the new A5, the A6, A7, no. A6 will soon be able to regain a large number of corporate clients in a conventional manner. The Q5 has, of course, been the true cash cow for many years. Dear readers, the stats are made for D-segment SUVs. The first generation sold 1.6 million. 1.1 million were sold by the successor. Therefore, there should be very few issues with the third generation of the best-selling Q5 and its stylish twin, the Q5 Sportback. On the first test date, I was able to determine if that was the case. The Mercedes GLC is nearly 3 years old, while the BMW X3 is just a few months old. However, the last Q5 was introduced on the market over 8 years ago, and it has been collecting dust recently. Thus, a full reboot is long overdue. Premium Platform Combustion, PPC, is a brand new architecture that serves as a foundation for the relaunch. Additionally, it has brand new gasoline and diesel engines with the extra moniker MHEV+, which conceals a longer 48-volt mild hybridization. These technologies are already familiar to us from the new A5 and A5 Avant, and you can read our thoughts on them here if you'd like. The Q5 is different because of its design, which gives it more ground clearance and a less advantageous center of gravity. The new SUV has unique dampers to make sure that this doesn't lead to unpleasant jelly encounters. During regular driving, these increase the damping pressures to keep the automobile from swaying, but during high frequencies, cobblestones, etc., they soften to keep the seals in place. But exercise caution. The new Q5's chassis selection is difficult. You can choose between a Comfort Steel chassis, the previously mentioned FSD chassis, frequency selective damping, or a Comfort Air chassis for the 2 4-cylinder engines. The FSD chassis and air suspension, which is modified to be sportier here, a sort of sports air suspension, are your options if you decide to go with preliminary top model SQ5. Audi promises a wider balance between comfort and dynamics in the Q5, as nearly all manufacturers do with each new model. It appears that comfort had a lot more internal champions than dynamics, as we shall discover in a moment. The aforementioned SQ5 is propelled by a completely redesigned 3.0-liter turbo V6 engine that has been equipped with an electric motor, which can produce up to 24 horsepower and 230 newton-meters, and a variable turbine geometry. It generates 500 newton-meters and 367 horsepower. The trunk floor houses its 1.7 kilowatt-hour battery.